Hi everyone, a huge welcome to Steve's Kitchen. I had a request last week from Heartfelt Heirloom Farms, and I'll leave a little link to the channel down below, for some little tassie tarts. Now, I'd never heard of them before, but they're an enriched little tart. The pastry is made with cream cheese and butter, and she wanted me to do them with Nutella. So I've been experimenting with lots of little different flavors inside, and I came up with this sort of design that looks like a little box of chocolates. They're fun, they're very simple to make. Let me show you how. We'll start by making our pastry, which is a little bit like a short crust pastry, but with a twist, because I've got 4 ounces, that's about 120 grams of salted butter in here, and I'm just going to add in there 80 grams, that's about 3 ounces of cream cheese. Now, they both want to be soft and at room temperature, and I'm just going to use a spoon now just to cream these two together. Now, you could use a stand mixer to do this, but you know, Steve's Kitchen, we don't like the washing up, and it's just as easy to do in a bowl. So after a very short time, we'll end up with this beautiful cream. It's an even colour and consistency. I like to add about a tablespoon of sugar into this just to slightly sweeten the pastry, and then just continue to mix that sugar in. I've decided this recipe is going to be gluten-free. For some of my gluten-free friends, that will please them, but also because this rice flour I'm going to be using is just delicious. I have here 4.5 ounces, that's about 135 grams. Just going to pour that over the top of the mixture, and then slowly start to combine this in until we've got a nice dough. Now, you'll see just after a few seconds it starts to become breadcrumby like that. That's the time we can get our hand in there and start to draw this dough together. And after a very few minutes, we just draw all the flour off the side of the bowl, and we've got this lovely, buttery, soft and smooth dough. If you feel that your dough is a little bit too soft, we can chill it at this point a little bit. I might do it for 10 minutes or so, just to make it easier to handle. When I made the tassies, I hadn't a clue what to do with them, whether just to put straight Nutella in there. So I had a little play around with some flavors. I mixed 50-50 with crystallized ginger. I did it with coconut. I did some with some almond meal and fruit, dried fruit as well. And what I ended up with is a sort of chocolate box of tassies, and they were so good. That's the way I'm going to make them again. Let me just show you a couple of examples of what you can do. Here you can go all Willy Wonka on me and just come up with your own inventions, but I've got a couple of tablespoons of Nutella in here and a couple of tablespoons of dried shredded coconut. Just pop that in there. And here I've got another couple of tablespoons of Nutella, and I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of Australian crystallized ginger. Then we're just going to get in there and mix this through. Remember, it's equal quantities. You make up the flavors that you like. And some of the other combinations that I did were with raisins. I've done them with almond meal. And I even used some mixed peel, which was absolutely delicious. Look, if you've got some ideas, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. You're going to need a little muffin tray like this one. And I'm going to take the dough, which is now a little chilled out of the fridge, and we're just going to roll little balls about this size. They're probably just under ½ an ounce. And we'll just pop them into the tray and then use our thumb or finger just to push them into shape. I found this really the easiest way to make the little tassie cases. You don't have to be too precious about how the edges are finished, because when they come out of the tin, they look absolutely great. Now, I'm just going to take one of my flavors, about a teaspoon, maybe a little under a teaspoon, actually quite a bit under a teaspoon, about ½ a teaspoon. You don't want to overfill the tassie cup. Now, whilst we start to prepare the tassies, I'm going to preheat my oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 170 degrees Celsius. The row I'm doing now is my coconut Nutella tassie. And so I know what they are when they're finished, I'm just putting a little bit of shredded coconut on the top of each one. And so on with the next row, we've got that ginger, the crystallized ginger, and we just pop a little bit of crystallized ginger on top. Again, just so we know what it is when it comes out of the oven. This idea came to me. I'm going to put some caramel in the bottom of this one and a little Nutella on top of the caramel. And I don't know why, but I'm just going to put a hazelnut on top of these ones. And as well as the ones you saw me make, I've also done some cranberries and some almond meal with an almond on top. Now, these have to go into the oven. They're going to cook for about 20 minutes until they're golden brown. Now, once the little tassies have come out of the oven, because the pastry is already so buttery, they just release from the tin ever so easily. And they've cooled down now on the side, and they look delicious. You see, I put the little almond on there, so I know that one's got almond meal on. Now let's give this one a try. Now, am I going to have an almond one? Actually, no. I'm going to have a coconut one. This was the one I really liked. The combination of the toasted coconut and the Nutella is absolutely delicious. These are like a little box of chocolates. They're fantastic. Anyway, please, if you've enjoyed this video, share the love, give it the thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Take care. And don't forget, as a run up to Valentine's, we're doing Nutella recipes all this week. And I'll leave a couple of links to some of those here. You be good. I will see you in the next video. Please share the love, give this a thumbs up. Take care.